Hey, did you know that nearly 70% of women over 50 report struggling with gas-related issues? Things like bloating, constipation, indigestion, and even anxiety. And yet, most are unknowingly making things worse by following outdated or flat out incorrect advice. I'm diving into the world of gut health to bust some myths that you probably believe, and I'm challenging myself to separate fact from fiction. Whether it's probiotics, food sensitivities, or gut detoxes, get ready to rethink what you thought you knew. Hey there, I'm Patricia O'Done, health coach, wellness advocate, and the author of The Ultimate Guide to Gut Health for Women Over 50. And today we are tackling some of the most common gut health myths floating around out there. These myths aren't just annoying, they're actually keeping you feeling stuck, frustrated, and inflamed, literally. So let's clear the fog and get to the truth, shall we? Gut health has become a buzzword, and while I'm thrilled that more people are talking about it, the problem is that a lot of what's being said is not rooted in science or even common sense. From social media influencers peddling detox teas to the constant drumbeat that probiotics are a one-size-fits-all miracle, we are bombarded with quick fixes that not only don't work, but can sometimes, in fact, make things worse. And women over 50 are especially vulnerable because we're already dealing with shifting hormones, slower digestion, and decades of food culture trauma. One myth I constantly hear is that bloating is just a normal part of aging. Nope, that's just your gut trying to get your attention. When we follow these myths, we end up wasting time, money, and our precious energy trying solutions that backfire. And worse, we often blame ourselves when they don't work, thinking that we did something wrong. But the fact is, it's not you, it's misinformation. So let's dig into the top 7 myths that I hear all the time and find out what's actually true. Myth number 1, probiotics are always beneficial. This one might actually surprise you. Now, while probiotics can play a powerful role in gut health, they are not a one-size-fits-all miracle. The truth is, our microbiomes are highly individual. What works beautifully for one person can throw another into a spiral of gas, bloating, or even skin issues. There are hundreds of strains of probiotics, and each has its own job to do. If you're taking the wrong one or piling them on without understanding your gut's unique needs, you could be feeding the wrong bugs in your gut and adding unnecessary stress to your system. What's worse is that many over-the-counter probiotic supplements don't even contain what they claim, or they don't survive the stomach acid to make it to your gut in the first place. And let's not forget fermented foods like kombucha or sauerkraut, which are great for some, but can be too stimulating or histamine triggering for others. Bottom line, probiotics are tools, not magic bullets. And just like any other tool, you need to use the right one for the right job. Myth number 2, you need to do a gut detox. We've all seen the ads, these glowing influencers sipping something green and promising to flush out the toxins. But let's get real. Your gut is not a clogged pipe in need of Drano. In fact, harsh gut detoxes and extreme cleanses can actually damage the very microbiome that you're trying to heal. They can strip away the good and the bad bacteria, irritate the gut lining, and leave you more depleted than before. Your body already has a built-in detox system. It's your liver, kidneys, lymphatic system, and yes, your gut itself. What it needs is support, not starvation. Instead of detox teas or colon cleanses, focus on real nourishment, fiber-rich veggies, clean proteins, fermented foods if tolerated, and plenty of water. Add in rest, movement, and stress management, and you'll be detoxing the way your body was designed to. Detoxing shouldn't feel like punishment. It should feel like support. Myth number 3, gluten and grains are fine in moderation. Let me be clear. This one gets me really fired up. The truth is, gluten and most grains can seriously disrupt the gut microbiome, especially as we age. For decades, we've been told whole grains are the cornerstone of a healthy diet. But more and more research and science is showing that for many women, especially over 50, they are anything but. Gluten can increase intestinal permeability, what we call leaky gut, and grains like wheat, oat, barley, and rye often contain anti-nutrients like lectin and phytates that interfere with digestion and nutritional absorption. And here's the kicker. Even if you don't have celiac disease, you can still have a non-celiac gluten sensitivity that causes inflammation, and most women do. Bloating, brain fog, and more come along. Plus, the grains that we eat today have been hybridized and processed to the point of being unrecognizable as food to our ancestral guts. So if you've been struggling with gut issues and still eating heart-healthy whole grain toast every morning or cereal from a box, it might be time to rethink that habit. And I promise your gut will thank you for it. Myth number 4, bloating is just part of getting older. This one breaks my heart because I hear it all the time. Oh, that's just part of aging. No, it's not. Bloating isn't a rite of passage into your 50s. It's a sign that your digestive system is out of balance. It could be due to low stomach acid, which we will get to later, sluggish bile flow, SIBO, or simply eating foods that your gut just doesn't love. Just because it's common doesn't mean it's normal. When we normalize symptoms like bloating, gas, or irregularity, we stop investigating the root cause. And the longer we ignore these red flags, the more damage can occur. Not just in the gut, but the whole system-wide. Chronic bloating often leads to inflammation, nutrient deficiencies, and even hormonal imbalances. You don't have to live with that uncomfortable food baby feeling. Your gut is trying to talk to you. Don't let anyone tell you to stop listening. Myth number 5, you need to eat yogurt for gut health. Yogurt, the poster child for probiotics. But here's the thing, not all yogurts are created equal. The ones plastered across supermarket shelves are often loaded with sugar, artificial flavors, and thickeners that actually feed the bad bacteria in your gut. Many commercial yogurts have more in common with pudding than true health food. And the probiotic content is questionable at best. If dairy works for your body and you choose a full-fat, organic, unsweetened yogurt with live cultures, great. But don't feel like your yogurt is the only option for gut health. There are other ways to support your microbiome, like fermented vegetables, bone broth, prebiotic fiber, and high-quality supplements if they're necessary. Gut health is not about checking one box. It's about constantly supporting your body with what it actually needs. Myth number 6. If you're pooping daily, your gut is fine. Pooping daily is a good sign, yes, but it's only one piece of the puzzle. Gut health isn't just about how often you go. It's about how you go. Are your bowel movements formed and easy to pass, or super loose, hard, or incomplete? Do you feel relief after, or something still not quite right? And what about symptoms like bloating, fatigue, or food sensitivities? You can be regular and still have serious gut imbalances brewing beneath the surface. Many of the women that I work with come to me saying, but I go every day, and are shocked when we uncover hidden dysbiosis, leaky gut, or inflammation. Regularity doesn't mean resiliency. A true healthy gut will not only eliminate waste efficiently, but also absorb nutrients well, support your mood, balance your hormones, and help you feel energized, not sluggish. So if you've been checking that daily poop box and still don't feel great, it's time to look a little bit deeper. Myth number 7, all fiber is good fiber. Fiber gets a lot of praise, but here's the catch. Not all fiber works for all guts. Insoluble fiber, found in raw veggies, whole grains, and many fiber supplements, can be irritating for those with a sensitive digestion, leaky gut, or conditions like IBS or SIBO. Too much of the wrong fiber can lead to bloating, cramping, and feeling like a balloon that's about to burst. What your gut needs depends on where it is in the healing process. For many women over 50, starting with soluble fiber from cooked veggies or chia seeds is much gentler. And sometimes a low fiber diet can actually be more healing if the gut lining is inflamed. The key is personalization, because your gut isn't about eating more of the right thing. It's about understanding what the right thing is for you in any given moment. Okay, I know that I said that there were 7 myths, but this bonus myth rocked my world when I first learned about it nearly 15 years ago, and I couldn't not tell you. That myth is low stomach acid is rare. This myth is especially harmful because it keeps so many women stuck in a cycle of indigestion, reflux, bloating, and frustration. We've been told that heartburn and acid reflux are caused by too much stomach acid. So the solution, antacids, proton pump, inhibitors, acid blockers, whatever it takes to calm the burn. But here's the kicker. For a huge percentage of women, especially over 50, the problem is the exact opposite. As we age, our stomach acid production naturally decreases, especially with stress, a poor diet, or certain medications. And when there isn't enough acid, food sits in the stomach longer and starts to ferment and then pushes upward, causing that uncomfortable burning sensation when you lay down to go to bed. So while it feels like too much acid, it's actually food not digesting properly. Low stomach acid can also lead to nutrient deficiencies like B12, iron, calcium, and zinc, and it can open the door for bacterial overgrowth and chronic gut issues. This one is huge and yet almost never talked about in traditional doctors' offices. I can't tell you how many women I have worked with who struggled for years popping Tums and Prilosec, thinking that they were helping their gut, only to find out that it was making it worse. Supporting your stomach acid production with apple cider vinegar, digestive bitters, or HCI supplements under guidance can make a world of difference. It certainly did for me back when I was trying to heal my gut. When I started focusing on the why behind my symptoms, everything shifted. If this is ringing a bell for you, trust your gut, literally. This myth is one of the most important ones to stop believing. So let's take a moment to recap what we've covered, because this was a juicy one. We busted 7 of the biggest gut myths out there. Probiotics aren't always helpful. You don't need to detox your gut with harsh cleanses. Gluten and grains do disrupt the gut, especially women over 50. Bloating is not normal, no matter what your age. Yogurt isn't a guaranteed health gut healer. Pooping daily doesn't mean your gut is thriving. And not all fiber is your friend. And let's not forget about the big one. Low stomach acid is way more common than you think, and it might be the key to unlocking your digestive wellness. The truth is, Healing your gut isn't about a trendy supplement or extreme diets. It's about tuning in, learning what works for your body, and making empowered, science-backed choices. If you have had any aha moments during this video, let me know in a comment below. I would truly love hearing your stories and your light bulb moments. And if you're still sitting here thinking, wow, there's so much I didn't know about gut health, I've got you covered. I wrote an entire book on the topic called The Ultimate Guide to Gut Health for Women Over 50, and it's packed with deeper why moments, practical steps, food strategies, lifestyle shifts, and healing tools that have helped hundreds of women get their gut and their life back on track. And you can find it on Amazon, and I have dropped a link in the description for you if you'd like to do just that. If you have found benefit in my content, please be sure to subscribe so that you never miss a video. And if this helped you, consider sharing it with a friend who's navigating the same struggles. Remember, you are not broken. You've just been misinformed, and now you've got the truth. Until next time, be good to yourself and be good to others.